We are at Go To Math. We're looking at calculus. We're under the section of limits, continuity and one-sided limits, and this is where you can find that problem right here. Alright, let's take a look at it. We're trying to find an a that makes f of x continuous on the entire real number line. Alright, so want to find an a. Let's move over to the whiteboard. Let's erase the whiteboard. I keep forgetting to do that. I've kind of found a color I like, and we're going to stick with that. We got f of x is equal to this piecewise function because the function is in pieces. That's the reason we call it a piecewise. I don't think it's wiser than any other function. Well, anyway, we have x is greater than 7 for f of x equal to xa, x greater than 7. So this is all about continuity, and there are things that we need to check in continuity. Alright, first thing we're going to check and then of course let's talk about this, hold on just a second. At 7, this is where the graph is joined up, is at 7. So we know that this function here is continuous on the entire real number line, except remember our domain is x is less than or equal to 7. And of course this is just going to be a constant, and it's continuous on the entire real number line, except its domain is x is greater than 7. So where the two graphs are joined is where I will sketch something out here. So this would be this part of the graph, and of course we include 7, so we put a solid dot. And then this is a constant running straight across. Alright, so we want to join the graph right here, and this is where we want to make sure there's no holes here. Alright. First thing we're going to check is f of 7, and we can only use that up here because it says that we can use 7 in the domain here. So we say f of 7 is going to be 7 squared plus 6, right? Just plugging 7 into the function here. Now this one down here, the limit as x approaches 7 of this constant. Okay, so we're going to use the limit for this guy down here, and the limit of a constant is just the constant. Now of course both these numbers must be equal to each other, right? These two guys have to be equal, so why don't we just set them equal and solve for a. Well, a is already solved for. All we need to do now is figure out what is this number. This is 49 plus 6 is 55. Is that right? I don't know. So a is equal to 55. So we can plug 55 right in here for a, and there is our a. Let's see what the script says, and it says, yeah, a is equal to 55. So that's all there is to it. That's it, right? There's nothing to it. Okay, just set them both equal to each other and solve for a. Alright. We are going to move on to the next problem in this section.